Hey guys, it's Tarot and Beyond. In today's reading, we're looking at career messages. This was inspired by a request. I will put the comment up here. And it's funny because I had been thinking about doing a career reading. Some career messages had been coming up recently, saw that comment synchronistically, and then also ran into a video that I had done like 7 months. I think I actually, took a screenshot of it. I'll put it up here. 7 months ago. And there was a career message in that as well. And it just boom, 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 one thing after another. Spirit is like, okay, time to do a career reading. So that's what we're going to do. I've prearranged some piles today just to save time because I've got work to do for clients behind the scenes, which I need to do. So this could even be part of the message. If you're still here in the intro, you could have a lot kind of that you're juggling or a lot going on behind the scenes or multiple sort of things or roles that you're fulfilling. That being said, we also have the 3 options today. So group number 1 is represented by the trophy. Group number 2 is the clock. And group number 3 is the money bags. And they will correspond to these piles that we have here. If you feel drawn to more than one, there could just be multiple career messages that want to come through for you. So use your intuition to guide you to the reading or readings that feel like they're drawing you. Take what resonates from within those readings and leave the rest. And we'll see you there. All right. Hi, group number 1. Welcome to your reading. You chose the image of the trophy. So obviously the trophy is associated with some kind of an award or success, possibly something to do with recognition. I'm feeling like there's something about timing here, which is interesting because the clock is actually the significator for group number 2, but I'm getting something right away for you, group 1, about timing. So there could be a timing to this recognition or a timing to this, I'm hearing the word reward rather than award. Okay, reward that you're getting for something. Yeah, I guess a trophy could be seen as, it is a reward because it's something that you're getting in exchange for an accomplishment. It's a reward for the accomplishment. All right, but they're also showing me the cup, like the trophy as a cup and being filled with something. So you could be getting, I'm hearing the word opportunity. You're getting an opportunity that's coming in. It could be flowing in like water. I'm hearing something about hot lava or hot magma. Interesting. Not sure what that's about, but something flowing in, something erupting and then something flowing. You're receiving accommodations, I'm hearing accolades. Yeah, it's giving me sort of like 6 of Wands energy in the tarot. We do have a couple tarot cards here that we're going to look at, but let's just see. Let's just see what's coming up in your cards. All right. A healer of the ages. Wow. Okay. That cup was kind of reminding me of like the Holy Grail, or I'm hearing something about associations that you have, or associations in the spirit realm that you work with to be able to do or provide healing. What I was saying was the ace of, or the, I wasn't saying that, but the Holy Grail, the trophy, the way it looks like a cup, it was reminding me the Ace of Cups as well. And this could be to do with self-healing, or it could be to do with healing others. But since we're talking about career here, feels to me like group number 1, you may do something in the healing arts, working with other people, I'm hearing. They're saying the word associations again. So something about your associations, working with other people, how this provides healing on some level. And it doesn't have to be traditional healing like medical or even energetic. It could be something else, like you're providing healing through what you create or through how you communicate with people, or what you teach or something like that. Let's keep going. Patience. I knew timing. I was feeling that. I was getting that message from Spirit. I just didn't know how it fit in here. But there's something about timing to this that you've had to be really patient for. And, maybe you've had to do some deep inner healing work. This is part of the connection to your career. They're saying associates or associations again, something to do with friendships or colleagues, relationships in general. You've had to be patient with yourself. I'm hearing through the transition, something about a transition. You've had to be really patient. You've had to take your time. You had to go slowly, do it the right way. I just heard. Yeah. And in doing so, you were kind of like preparing yourself or being prepared for this new level of commitment, connection. I keep getting something to do with relationships between yourself and other people, and that being significant here. All right, let's look at your tarot cards. 9 of Wands. I just heard your commitment is being tested. And you may have gone through cycles in the past where it was tested continually, or it was tested and then you'd kind of have some relief and then it was tested again. You've gone through a lot here, group number 1. That's why you've had to have patience. Okay. This feels like, yes, I know we're talking about career here, but this feels like it's very much connected to, I'm hearing your destiny, but I was going to say connected to your personal healing journey. And Spirit's telling me the reason they've interjected and used the word destiny is because that is part of your destiny. It's part of your healing. Okay. 8 of Swords. They said break out of the box. Okay. Limitations I'm hearing. So you've had to work really hard here and have patience with yourself to do, it feels like shadow work, to do a lot of personal development, self-healing, self-actualization. I just heard self-actualization. They're saying it again. To be able to come into this more whole version of yourself that is able to fulfill this role, to do this job, to cross the finish line, to succeed. I'm hearing something about an event, to succeed in an event, to be recognized at an event. Okay, I'm not sure what that's referring to, but I'll keep going. The fates. Whoa, okay, this is confirmation. They said the word destiny. Now they've brought in the word fate. And they're kind of different. And Spirit has been talking to me about the difference between fate and destiny. I did a reading on that a while ago. I don't even remember. Anyway, I won't go into that. But there was something about the difference between, what they recently showed me was that fate is something that is destined on one particular timeline based on cause and effect. So it's more like this energy has been set in motion in this particular timeline, maybe multiple timelines, but usually it's just 1 or 2, and it's going to play out in that sort of fated way. And there's usually other people involved in that, but not always. And then the way they showed me destiny was like, destiny is something that your soul planned out in advance before incarnating. And it's like a major plot point in your self-development, your soul journey, or something like that. I'm hearing to be resolved. Okay, something to be resolved, or it will lead to a resolution. Anyway, but destiny is like, this has been aligned in every single timeline. So if we're looking at it in like branches of a tree, it's in every single branch rather than just one, because it's connected to the source frequency, or it's connected to the whole, the oversoul. So you've had to have a lot of patience here, group number 1, because your career has had some twists and turns. I just got that message. It's had some twists and turns. You have been tested. This was fated. They're saying something about destiny in regard to another. Yeah, they keep bringing me back to this message of like, I don't know if this is like a fated relationship that changes your career trajectory, or if this is like a partnership or some kind of connection that you have with associates, because they keep saying associates, people you're meant to work with. For some of you, you are working with them. Yin energy, this could be female people, or this is to do with the healing. They just said, okay, it's to do with the healing energy. Okay, yin energy is super patient too. Because it has to be? No, because it just is. Because it's all about receiving. It's about being. So when you're in the yin energy, it is very patient. It transcends time, is what I just heard. Oh, it transcends time. And we're talking about timing here. We're talking about fate. We're talking about destiny. I've mentioned timelines, okay, and you've been doing a lot of shadow work to be able to get to this point. Now, this seems like a very esoteric, intangible type of reading. We haven't gotten much in the way of like what's actually going on in your career, other than they've mentioned a lot to do with associates and connection and healing yourself. And they're saying they don't even want me to go into the details because it's irrelevant. So if you came here for details about like, what should I do? Or when's the money coming? Or like, how, they're like, no, because that's not what you need. What you need to hear right now is that you're on track. You're on track for this destined accomplishment, whatever that happens to look like for you. But they want you to know specifically, and they've pulled you to this reading for a reason. They want you to know you're on track. I also just heard don't give up. mending. Repair process, they just said. Repair process. Okay. And it's two people. There's some kind of a connection here. I don't know if this is directly connected to your career or if it's indirectly connected. Oh, they said both, and they're saying it's going to be 50-50. It's like half of the people in this group, it's directly connected. The other half, it's indirectly. Either way, it has an influence, and it's important here. Yes, it's of utmost. They said it is of utmost import. That is what Spirit said. Okay. So this healing work, something about a name and the number 9, again, 9 of swords, but they show me the number 9 again. Completion, clearing the name of a company, of a business, changing of the name, retaining of the name, something about the name. And names are like energetic stamps, right? Like they relay a lot of information in a non-linear type of way about something. It's like a way to encapsulate something. Okay, I don't know what this is. This one's kind of stumping me here, group number 1. We're getting bits and pieces, but they're not showing me how this all fits together, which sometimes Spirit will do. They'll show me the whole thing and I'll be able to kind of lay it out like a narrative, like a story, and I'll be able to explain that. But they're not giving me that. It's very kind of abstract, which I don't mind, but this may be what you're dealing with, right? Like you're looking at sort of these abstract details, trying to fit it all together. And you haven't had the answers, and you've had to be patient. Okay, speaking of timing here, I was guided to the Divine Time Oracle. I was looking through all my decks and I was pulling out the ones that I felt intuitively guided to. And then they said in my head, divine time, divine time, divine time. And I was like, oh, I have the Divine Time Oracle. Let's use that. Not the right time yet. Patience. Oh, I get it. What is this not the right time for, Spirit? Can you give us some information? I know group 1 is asking, because I'm asking, I feel it. They said, we don't want you to get discouraged. The divine timing will prevail. Fate's intervention will guide you on the path of your destiny. It is foretold. Okay, so it's been foretold to you at some point. Yeah, they're saying that you have awareness of this. Whoever I'm speaking to in this reading, you have awareness of this to some degree. Maybe not full awareness, but you have an idea of whatever it is we're talking about here, which you're going to know better than I do at this point because of the way that this reading is structured. But you've been told something, or you know something, or you feel something possibly, but I feel like you've been told something because they're saying name again. Like you've been able to name it. Something about naming it and claiming it possibly as well. Like if you can name it, you can understand it. You can have power over it. You own it. I don't know what. Okay. But yeah, they're saying it's like it's not the right time yet, but it's like the stars will align. Maybe astrology has to do with this, like a particular transit or placement. But there's something about the stars aligning in this perfect timing. Now they're showing me the trophy again in my mind's eye and that water flowing into it. Oh, and they just asked me, what's the difference between lava and magma? Okay, let's go back to Geology 101. Lava's on the surface, magma's underneath, right? Okay, so, and they're saying, what's the difference? I'm like, well, not really anything other than where it's positioned. Maybe the temperature, it starts to cool once it comes up to the surface and it starts to harden or solidify. Oh, okay, I got you, Spirit, thank you. The magma, it's like the energy is underneath the surface, but it's there. And it's just a matter of time before the pressure builds enough for it to come up to the surface and solidify and to form something real and tangible. So if we're looking at this metaphorically, it's like this destined magma that's underneath the surface, whether it's an idea, a relationship, some healing work that you're doing here. It's only a matter of time before that pressure builds, it comes to the surface and it takes form. And they're showing me once it's hardened and solidified, you can stand on it. It's like it becomes an island. It's something that you can actually build on. reminding me of Hawaii for some reason, and I felt like I needed to mention that. Maybe that's significant too. But yeah, and there's like connections. Oh, no man is an island, mending connections, coming back together. Being in union, being in harmony, working with people, teams. I'm hearing something about teams. Team building exercises could be part of this. And it could be related to some kind of shadow work, because it does feel like, the same idea of like the emotional content that's under the surface, the subconscious density of that magma. The pressure will build until it comes to the surface. And then when you transmute it, when it starts to harden into that third dimensional realm, you can actually work with it. It can be malleable. Something about hot to the touch. Okay. Yeah, magma, lava, it's what we're talking about here. It's hot to the touch. You may have had to be very careful about how you handled a relationship or an associate, or you're being guided to be careful about that. See how things shake out, I just heard. Again, having patience, because you don't have all the information yet. You kind of got to see how something solidifies, like keep your distance from it for the time being until it hardens, it cools down, and then you can approach it. Something like that could be significant here. I just heard a question in my head. How will I know when it's the right time? If somebody just asked that, I heard it. How will you know when it's the right time? That's a good question. Spirit, can you give us some guidance here? Give group number 1 some guidance here. Yeah, okay, typical Spirit. They just said you will know. You will know when it's the right time because you will act. The pressure will force you to act. Oh. And I don't think it's going to be like the pressure will have your back against the wall and you'll have to react like that. I feel more like it's an internal pressure, because we're talking about that underneath the surface energy. So it's in you, and the healing work you're doing, or the self-awareness you're doing, the internal healing or mending, transcending your limits, I just heard as well, breaking past the barrier to accomplish this thing that you deemed impossible. Oh, you deemed this impossible. Why? Rewriting the script, I just heard, and I did use the word narrative before, so this could even be to do with storytelling, script writing. I don't know. I'm taking that literally, but it could be metaphor. They're showing me women, well, we have yin here, and I did say that, but they just showed me the breasts for some reason, okay? Something about like nurturing or life-giving. That's like the Holy Grail energy again, Ace of Cups, nourishment, yeah, giving, healing. That's the healing energy. Okay. But yeah, I was asking about timing. So I feel like group 1, you're going to get the go-ahead when it feels like you're able to take action. They're showing me the cat in the top of the tree here, kind of like a scaredy cat. Okay, what is that about? They said take flight. You'll like be able to jump out of the tree that maybe you felt like you were stuck in. Tree could even be about tree of life or family tree. Maybe this has to do with mother energy. Yeah, yin, okay. Healing the mother wound in yourself, maybe transcending some limitations that were set forth by who came before you, because they were showing me like a chain of islands. That's why I said Hawaii. But it's all about the timing, and I want to get more information. I forgot that they had me set these 2 other decks to the side. I totally forgot because I got in the flow. But that's yin energy for you. You get in flow. Ooh, envy and protection with the eye. So like you being made to go slow here is actually for your protection. They said by fate's divine. Oh, or fate's design, but I said divine. Fate's divine design. And this just reminded me of the 3 fates who share that one eye. Specifically, I mean, it's Shakespeare reference, but specifically I'm seeing it from Hercules, Disney's Hercules, the cartoon one. So, okay. This is, mending. The line cannot be cut, like some kind of a bond, your life, something about the destiny of your life. So we're talking a lot more than career here for you, group number 1. This is like your life's work. This is like what you came here to do in this incarnation. But it's somehow connected to your career. I don't know what you do, but whatever it is that you're doing, they said it doesn't matter. It's what it's catalyzing below the surface. Beneath, they said. Okay. This may be unbeknownst to you, but I think the shadow work that you're doing in whatever it is that you're doing for work, or you're kind of like having to do to deal with the ascension, I'm hearing. Maybe the ascension of your career, that moving up in some way, building up, building on what came before. You're having to kind of see things that were hidden below the surface. Dog, loyalty and determination. Loyal associates. I heard loyal associates. So this could even be to do with telling the difference. Telling the difference between somebody who's envious and somebody who's loyal. Somebody who's on your side and somebody who's not. And being able to do this inner healing work for you here, to be able to feel the difference, to know what true nourishment truly feels like when somebody builds you up versus when someone is secretly against you in some way, and how this is also tied to connections that you've had from within yourself or associations. Oh, associates could even be associations. They're saying, where do your loyalties lie? So your loyalty may have been tested or be tested, and you're having to kind of see your way through, pick your path, I just heard. You're having to feel your way through and pick your path, because the more loyal you can be to yourself here in regard to your integrity, the more that you're dealing with the shadow underneath the surface, and then what solidifies in the 3D is much more manageable. They've just said the word manageable, maybe something about managing or a managerial role, a manager. You could be stepping into a leadership position. And so you're kind of being tested here, group 1. That's why it's taking time to, I'm hearing the word divulge the secrets from within. Oh, okay. So you're having to like dig deep here into yourself and find what's at the core of some. Magma also reminds me of anger, but they're telling me something about action. Your ability to take action. What is the motivating factor for your actions, whether it's positive or negative? And when you look inward at these things, you're able to kind of get to the root of the issue, which may have been related to family conditioning, may have been related to your genealogy, I just heard. Ooh, genealogy, yeah. Ancestral roots. And finding where your loyalties lie. They said the heart of the matter. So trusting your heart, feeling your way forward with that yin energy. Oh, the breasts are right over the heart. Okay. Something about, because the volcano is a mountain, something about like, I don't like this shape. I don't know. I'm just making associations between those shapes. Okay, but the spirit speaks very symbolically. So there's always these underlying connections here. Anyway, you're needing to test yourself through this path to determine where your loyalties lie. Are they to your integrity, or are you going to sacrifice that integrity for some kind of award or association or something like that? Now, I think that you've had through like a lot of trials and tribulations through this process, but as you've stayed loyal to yourself and to your goal or to the integrity of your idea, I just heard, the integrity of your idea, not compromising the integrity of your idea. And they just showed me somebody like presenting a script to like let's say a Hollywood producer, and not compromising the initial script or the goal of that script or like the core message of that script just to get it made. So that could be literal, or it could just be a metaphor of what they're talking about here, not compromising your integrity to get approval or to get something off the ground. It's like having the patience and the determination to continue. It says determination here. And that aligning you, it's like it's healing this root thing from the inside out that aligns you with the right people and protects you, the eye of protection here, from people who would seek to squander what it is that you're trying to create, or steal from you, or be envious and then like put that negative energy on you, or keep you trapped in that limitation of like what you believe is possible. But really that's because they're jealous that you have this grand idea and that you have this determination to pursue the integrity, to see it off the ground and come into the physical. Because it may feel, the way that the Spirit's showing it to me, it's like this magma under the surface may feel like a pipe dream. Or like it's something impossible, or it's like bigger, grander, larger than life, but it's connected to fate and destiny. And it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. So trust yourself, feel into the types of connections that really are going to help you on your path, and it's going to be mutual so you'll be able to feel the difference. Is it nurturing? Does it produce good results for you, both in your own inner healing and in the relationship itself? They said context is everything. Okay, so pay attention to the context, but you're going to know something and it's going to be revealed in due time. And up until that point and beyond, know that you're protected. And as you stay in integrity, it protects you from the inside out. So the more internal shadow work you do on this path, group number 1, I just looked up and it was 2444. 4s are about protection and stability, building for the future, hard work, determination, things taking time, but paying off in the long run. And it was 444. 2s are about relationships. So it's kind of just, elaborating on everything that we've talked about in this reading. But something is veiled to you. There's something you're not seeing here. She's got the blindfold on. He's got the hood over his face. So there's something that's yet to be revealed. And they're not going to show it to me because that would defeat the whole purpose. But they're giving you these clues for a reason. And they want you to know that you're protected as you continue to stand in your integrity. They said defend your integrity if it's being attacked from the outside or even from the inside. This is part of the fate. This is part of the karma I just heard, okay? It's part of the healing and it's part of the destiny. I think I'll leave it there. No, one more. Okay. I was going to leave it there. I wasn't expecting this reading to be so long. Feel 2. Is that 2? I think that's 2. These are channeled message cards Spirit and I created. Oh, I love that. The power is in you. You always have the power within you to create your reality and be the leader of your own life. Trust yourself to be responsible with this power and begin using it through conscious and intentional choices and actions. I love that. I did talk about leadership. The power is in you. Oh, there's 2 here. So you got 3 total. All right. Luck is on your side. Your luck is determined by your choices. You have chosen wisely, and thus your luck has or will improve now. Yes, I did mention integrity, and in my mind, integrity leads to luck because everything is cause and effect. It's literally the law of cause and effect that we're talking about here and how that's connected to your destiny. And they're really highlighting improve now. So something's about to improve. If you felt like it was limited or stuck in some way, or there was something blocking you from the inside or the outside, could have been a reflection. It's going to improve. Oh, your kindness can change a life. Small acts of kindness can positively impact the cause of a life. Ooh, the cause of a life. It says course. The cause of a life? The cause and effect. Oh my, okay. I'm getting, Jesus Christ, I almost wanted to say. So this is giving me Christ energy, healer of the ages, reminds me of Christ consciousness. This could be, you could be emulating that Christed energy in some way here, group 1. The kindness you've shared has not gone unnoticed. The kindness you've shared has not gone unnoticed. You've nurtured something. You've healed something. You've done something here, group number 1. I'm getting like big shivers. That has not gone unnoticed, and it's garnered you some kind of protection, or you're being given this award at the spirit level because you've been able to accomplish this level of adherence. I just heard the word adherence to your integrity. Despite counterintuitive approaches, I just heard. Okay, so people may have tried to like lure you out of your integrity, or just forces in general, kind of like maybe fear or limiting mindset of like, ooh, I don't know if I can do this. Like maybe the fear of like, it's not doable. Or the envy of seeing other people accomplishing it, but not having your turn yet, I just heard. But it's going to be your turn, group number one. I know that the symbol you chose is the silver trophy. That's like, they're all silver or like chrome colored, but they're showing me a golden trophy now. So the frequency of gold is important here. And oh yes, gold cannot be corrupted. It is a type of metal that only exudes energy. It gives off lots of positive energy, but it can't really be impregnated. I was getting something to do with the breast and pregnancy. I didn't mention that, but anyway, it cannot be impregnated with like negative energy the way some other metals can. And so this, again, it's talking about your personal integrity, a heart of gold. A heart of gold. Stay gold, pony boy. Don't lose that innocence. And doing this healing work that you're doing, the goodness that you've shared in the world in some way here, this power, it comes from in you. I'm also hearing gifted. You may be very gifted in the healing arts or in whatever it is that you're doing here. And stay loyal and determined in the integrity of using and expressing that gift, because that is the ultimate protection from the inside out. It aligns you with your highest destiny and allows fate to be controlled in a way that guides you toward that destiny. So fate and destiny are intertwined, connected here, and working together to produce a positive effect. Yes. Aligned dharmic path, I just heard. Oh, big shivers. Okay. Aligned dharmic path and soul mission, I just heard as well. This is way bigger than just what you're doing at a physical 3D level in your career group one. Way bigger. This is a soul mission. This is what your avatar source self came here to do. And you're doing it. Spirit just said, no bullshit. Like you're doing it, no bullshit. You're doing it. You may have a truth radar as well. Like you can smell people's bullshit, whether they're real or fake, right? Because you're in your integrity, and that's the key. And that unlocks your luck. Because luck is spiritual alignment. Okay, guys, I think I will leave the reading there. Wow, what a ride. Can I say? What a ride, group number one. I love it. Thank you for being here today with me. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I sure did. Lots of bits and pieces here that will unfold over time. So kind of like carry this in your back pocket and see how this all unfolds. But you may have some clues that already sort of piqued stuff here for you. That's the key. They're saying something about the key. Okay, I'll stop. Thank you again for being here, guys. I hope this reading was helpful in some way. As always, just take what resonates and leave the rest, as these are general collective readings. But if spirit drew you here and you're still here, you're here for a reason, a very divinely guided, fated reason. So sending you lots of love. And if you guys are looking for a personal reading, I do still have my bookings or orders open. I don't know how much longer I'll be doing that for, but if it's still open at the time that you're seeing this video, you will see the link in the description box below. Explore the tarot shop and see if it's still there. If not, then thank you for being here, and we'll see you in the next reading. Much love, guys. Bye. All right. Hi, group number two. Welcome to your reading. You chose the image of the clock, and obviously clocks have to do with timing. I'm hearing sequence of events. Okay. Yeah. And they're showing me the way that the clock hands spin around, and something about alignment, or not alignment. What's the word? Time. Well, yeah, timing, but it's like the way that the two hands are moving separately, but they work together. Okay. Something about the way something is moving in your career. There could be like multiple different factors at play here. They're showing me weighing something up and having them be balanced in some way, but they're separate. There's something about something being separate, but balanced or working together. Different speeds as well. Now they're showing me like gears in the clock that drive those hands around the circle. Okay. But the gears move at different times and different speeds, but they interlock and they move together, and then they create this harmony or this alignment or this movement. Cycles of time, I'm hearing. Okay. Now, how is this related to career for group number one, Spirit? They said go ahead and get in the cards. Okay. So let's find out. Or group two. Did I say one? I meant group two. Journey. Cycles of time in your journey where you're being guided toward. I did just hear the light at the end of the tunnel, and they're showing me the little light, the lamppost there, the light at the end of the tunnel. Cycles of time again. I just saw number 144. The sun. Yeah, something about the light. The light of day, light at the end of the tunnel, the illumination. The path is leading you to some kind of abundance. I'm getting that message here. So what you're doing in your career, I'm noticing the book, you could be learning something new right now, or you could be guided to learn something new, to go on a journey to learn this new information. Maybe literally traveling, maybe it's like a journey of the mind. Because light can have to do with illumination, learning, information, expansion of consciousness, I'm hearing. Okay. Let's look at your cards. Queen of Cups. Water is significant here. I was noticing she's in the water here, even though this is the Sun card, which is kind of more like fire energy. But you've got the cups, the Queen of Cups. So something about water is significant. You could be guided to go and travel for work, to go on a journey. Or to take a break from what you've been doing to learn something new. I did just hear employment. It's for those of you who are employed by a boss, you could be given new directions about what you're needing to do. If you're not employed by someone, you may be getting an opportunity to be, or no. What do you mean employed? Okay, let me see. 6 of Cups. Wow. More water. Something about a long journey and cycles of time, like this goes way back to childhood or memories of the past. If you've been employed somewhere for a long time, I'm hearing you're going to be rewarded or gifted with something. They're showing me kind of like if you've worked at a company for 10 years, you get like a 10-year like something or other. If you're in school, you could be graduating and doing there's something about travel. I'm still not sure yet. Let's keep going. Ooh, look at that. Interesting. All that glitters is not gold. And it fell on the Queen of Cups. They said, don't interpret that one. Why? That's what I'm here to do. It's like my job is to interpret the cards and to the messages that Spirit gives me. Why not interpret it? And they're pointing at the Queen of Cups, and they're pointing at you, like the viewer. Group number 2, they don't want me to interpret this card and why it fell on the Queen of Cups. Maybe, because you're meant to. Oh, yes, because you're meant to. And they're saying education. They're pointing me back to the book again, and consciousness. Revelations. Something about unfounded. Founder, unfounded, I don't know. Beware of masks, I just heard. Beware of masks. The masks that you wear, the masks that someone else wears. So something about a facade, something is being presented in a particular way, and it's not authentic, or it's not 100% true. And you're needing to feel the difference or to discern. You need to choose what's right for you, I'm hearing. They're saying go back to the source. The sun is like the source of all life. 6 of Cups is like childhood. The source could be something in childhood. Regeneration. Yeah, it does kind of feel like something old is being regenerated here. And the tree is kind of going into this tree, and that book just will not stop catching my attention. So it's such a small detail, but it's like it keeps jumping out at me. So there could be something that you are intuitively guided to learn or to look at or to understand. It doesn't have to be literally in a book or in the traditional education system. It's like spirit is just drawing your attention to something for a reason. And it could be through your intuition. And you need to feel kind of what's beyond the surface here, because you're needing to kind of look at what's being offered to you and whether you want to grow that seed or not. Okay. No place like home. No place like home and journey. Okay. It's like, you might be, the 2 fish here, Pisces could be significant. You might be called to move or travel. You could be presented with an opportunity to move back to somewhere that you used to live. They want you to very carefully assess the details, not just the physical details, but like the emotional details. Pisces is very much below the surface. It's as above, so below, I'm hearing, okay. Physical home, spiritual home. Yeah, I just noticed, if you felt called to group number 1, there's probably some messages there for you as well. I'm just noticing like the magma here. That was a signal. We were talking a lot about magma and lava in group number 1. If you don't feel drawn there, just don't do anything with it. But there's something about that. We were talking about gold there too. I'm just noticing. Okay, so I'm seeing the connections here and something to do with the mother. She's got a pregnant belly. You could be called home for some reason. Let me see, what's this? Release the need to control the situation. So when it comes to timing, you're being called to let go of attachment to timing. Let's get some additional cards, because I feel like I don't know how to interpret this just yet. Jealousy, gossip with the cat. I was noticing the cat up here, kind of like watching. Like there's cats in a lot of these cards, so the Everyday Witch Tarot specifically, but this one up here really did catch my eye. Jealousy and gossip. They're saying something about a past influence. Maybe this is a past person. Something from your hometown. I keep getting that, something about hometown. Old man, inheritance and male. And love, new love with the heart. What? Okay. Group number 2. What is going on here? I feel like you're being called in a different direction. If I had to interpret this as like, I'm going to do the best that I can, obviously. I feel like you're being called in a different direction. But it's like you don't know where to place your foot just yet. And you're kind of needing to trust the process or trust yourself through this process. And there is something about education. There's something more that you need to learn here. Like you don't have all the relevant information yet. So as it pertains to career, maybe you have to gain a certain level of knowledge before you can get the job you want, or I'm hearing something about career trajectory, and they're showing me expansion. So it's like at each level of the job, you have to learn more and expand to fill that space, and then continue to do that over time. You could be getting some level of jealousy, kind of like evil eye, because you're being given something. You're inheriting something. Like the man in the 6 of Cups is giving this flower bucket or whatever this is to the child. So you could be inheriting something, and it could come through something that you love to do, or someone who has a lot of love for you, and they're offering you this thing. And then there's people that are seeing it. I don't know how they're seeing it, but they're observing it and they're not happy about it. I keep getting this message. I know we're talking about career here, but this feels like somebody it is connected to your career. Feels like you've been digging into something for a long time here, trying to figure out what you were going to do or where you were going to go. Maybe you traveled away from home and you get called back to home. You get a job offering in your hometown or something like that. And there's people there who have kind of never left, or they still see you in an old light, and you're being given something or gifted something. I'm hearing something about somebody sharing something with you that illuminates, puts you in the spotlight. Yeah, something about that. And these people are kind of wearing fake masks, and there's some kind of underlying feeling of competition, or it feels a little bit like animosity, like they're not nice people, but no, it's not that they're not nice people. Let me amend that statement, okay? It's just that they're feeling unfulfilled. So it's like there's some kind of timing that's unfolding here, things working together for your benefit, okay? Let me say that. It's for your benefit. But there are other people who are watching the clock too. And their clock is ticking slower, or it's not functioning properly. Sometimes it's by their own fault, right? Like they've thrown sludge into the wheels of the cogs of the clock, and now it's not ticking appropriately. And that's not on you. That's on them. They need to grease the wheels there for themselves. They need to clean it out. Maybe something about squeaky wheel gets the grease. Maybe you say something, or you speak up, or you do something, and they're saying something about letting go of attachment to an outcome. Maybe this is what you did, and then it starts coming in, or you start getting something given to you. I don't know what this is, but something's being given to you, and people are not happy about it. Some people, not all of them. There's something about a benefactor, okay? So you could be given like a raise, or a gratuity, an inheritance. You could be given a position or something, given an opportunity to travel, or something is being offered to you. I can't quite put my finger on what it is, but something's being offered to you. And I want to ask about this person or people who are not, it does feel like a person though. It's not like a group of people. It just feels like one person. Okay, who is this person, Spirit, and why are we being told about this? Yeah, they keep saying hometown. It's someone from your hometown. Why is this important? I heard educational degree. Maybe someone you went to school with, or if you didn't go to school, you could be going back to school and someone's jealous about that. Or something about your level of education. This could be like your spiritual maturity, or your emotional or intuitive awareness, like something about you this person is triggered by. And they keep showing me the difference between these two clocks. Like your clock is functioning well and theirs is not. And they're pissed off about that, but they're projecting it onto you. But really, it's like it's their own fault because they have not tended to their clock. They have not tended to why the gears are not operating efficiently. And that's not on you at all. Okay, no, just get the other ones. Okay, let's just get these then. Channeled messages from Spirit for group number 2, please. Thank you. Kindness is the compassion of kings. Where can you show more kindness in this situation? Is it to yourself, another, or perhaps both? Perhaps both. I think that whatever it is we're talking about here in your career, group number 2, you can't control how this other person is projecting onto you. All you can control is what you choose to invest in, what you choose to build, what you choose to grow. And you may be a very empathetic, compassionate person. And so your tendency towards wanting to help that other person to see beyond their envy or to their jealousy or their to see the love in the situation, if that's like your sort of tendency, the Spirit is saying, don't try to interfere with that person or their energy. Just don't let them take what's yours. Something about take what's mine. You may be somebody who's like, oh, you don't have what I have? Here, take what's mine. No, don't do that here in this situation. Because that person needs to learn this lesson. They need to learn to unstick their own clock. And you can't help them do that. And if you did, it would just enable them to continue to do what they were doing before. So it's like kind of, you need to leave it alone in some way. Oh, that's why. Yeah, you're about to level up big time. You're just on the verge of outgrowing your old situation. As your new self emerges, your life will begin to change as a result. This person can sense that. Or maybe they can straight up see it. Like there's something physically changing in your life here, in your career. They're saying trajectory, like your career trajectory is taking off, or the path is about to open up. They're showing me an open road, open highway. You're getting in the fast lane. You're moving into like from the side streets onto the main highway. Something's opening up here big time for you, road opener. Okay, you're about to level up. And it's something to do with love. Compassion has been kind of like the driving force behind this. Someone else's generosity as a result of your love and kindness. You loving yourself and regenerating or healing, doing some inner work when it comes to like your home, yourself, your self-concept, your inner child and its dreams and desires, allowing yourself to level up. I just keep hearing like you're right on time. Things are working in your favor and you're about to level up. But they want you to keep yourself pure here. Now, what does that actually mean? Okay, it's like your authenticity and possibly even honoring your self-worth. Yeah, because when something big is offered to you, this opportunity that comes in, or this gift, the result of your actions, I'm hearing your kindness, your compassion has resulted in something big that's being gifted to you here. And other people are jealous about it or envious about it, but you deserve it, okay? If you've put in the work, if you stayed in alignment, if you went deep and you healed these things within yourself, and people still see the old you or only what they're projecting onto you, that's not your fault. Oh my God, I just heard, what do you think, you're better than me? Projection, okay? So you may be dealing with some projection here as you get some kind of an advancement. Okay, I just heard school's out for summer. They showed me the clock striking 3:00. You could be graduating or maybe you're getting offered something that allows you to take some time off to journey, to explore, to travel, a benefit of some kind I'm hearing. And people are pissed at this one person particularly, but like, it's not your problem here, group number 2, because you've earned this. You've been rewarded with this for a reason. You put in the legwork, I'm hearing. Something about walking. You've been walking this path for a while. You tended to your clock and now it's functioning properly. And that's what creates this result. And it's not your fault that the other person's clock isn't working, and it's not your job or your role to fix that clock. I don't know why they keep saying that. Spirit's really driving that message home, probably because you're the type of person who wants to stop and help everyone fix their clocks, but just don't do that right now for whatever reason. It's not the time or the place for that. You need to just focus on your journey at this time. Keep your eyes on the prize. That's a message that came up in another reading. I can't remember which one, but Spirit had me channel that out several times in one reading. And it was like, keep your eyes on the prize, keep your eyes on the prize. And the prize here is not about gold. It's not about what glitters. The prize is like, it feels like the success that you're seeking here, the prize itself, is your freedom. I don't know what that means for you, group number 2, but it's your freedom in whatever form that takes, whether it's emotional freedom from the negative impressions of others, whether it's like your self-autonomy. It could be like financial freedom. It could be physical freedom to be able to move, travel, or to go where you want, to not feel stuck somewhere physically. It could be freedom for the need for control, like, feeling the need to control every little minutia, to micromanage. This could be also somebody who's trying to micromanage you. That's really restricting and limiting. It just feels like you're free. You're freed up. You've got free time. You've got freedom of energy, perhaps, or freedom to direct where you want to go, what you want to do. For you in group number 2, there could be something about entrepreneurship. I just heard that as well. It's not for everyone, but they did say that, and they're showing me new growth and regeneration. So maybe something you tried to do in the past is bearing fruit now, or it's starting to show results. The sun is shining on what the seeds that yes, the sun and the tree. The sun is shining on the seeds that you've planted in the past. And now they're showing me that time again. And springtime is significant. Summertime is significant. Okay. They're showing me it's time to have some time off for the summer. Vacations could be part of this as well. Elevated consciousness. They're showing me somebody swinging from a tree. I don't know what that's about. Feels like childhood. Outgrowing. Okay, so you could be outgrowing some people that you knew from childhood, and they're they're jealous about it. You could be, they're showing me turning over a new leaf. This new growth, this transformation, this new you. I feel a huge identity shift coming for you, group number 2. And I want to say you may have a little bit of imposter syndrome with this. And in my experience and what Spirit has taught me, working directly with Spirit in the way that I do, I know that every time that I go through a major level up, I will experience some level of imposter syndrome. And what Spirit taught me to do is to not identify with the imposter syndrome as me doing something wrong or being out of my depths or in the wrong field or doing, something that's inauthentic. They showed me that the imposter syndrome is actually a symptom of the level up. And as soon as I embrace that and I acknowledge that, and I kind of release the need to understand that in the moment or try to change it or feel like I belong right away and just let myself kind of settle in and get comfy, over time, that uncomfortableness of, moving so far outside the comfort zone into the new level, it goes away, and the imposter syndrome goes away with it. You feel right at home again. And I just keep seeing you're kind of moving outside that comfort zone, or you've been doing that and you've been growing, and other people have not, and they've remained stagnant, and they're kind of looking at you and going, well, you're still the same old person, or you're wearing this fake mask because you must not be different from how I knew you in the past. But that's not the case. And it's just projection. And Spirit wants you to know that if any of that outside jealousy starts to get in through the cracks of that imposter syndrome, they want you to know this information consciously. This is the knowledge. Okay. They're showing me the book again. This is the knowledge they want you to have, because it gives you awareness to not allow that other person's jealousy to influence the way that you feel about what you've been able to accomplish. You were the one who sat your butt in the seat all year long and did the studying and passed the tests, okay? So you deserve to have that time off, or you deserve to get that reward. I meant to say award and it came out reward. You are about to level up, and you have put in the work for that. It's time for you. It's time. So don't let anybody else's perception of you dictate your truth, okay? That's what Spirit wants you to be aware of. That's what's going to allow you to continue to grow and have compassion for that other person as well, but not stop. Something about tying shoelaces. They just showed me not stopping to tie their shoelaces for them. I don't know what that's about. Something about shoelaces is significant here, because they're just reminding me that they showed me synchronicities about that leading up to this point. Stalling for time, when people stop to tie their shoelaces and they're stalling for time because they're nervous about something. Maybe they're saying don't hold yourself back here because it's time, you're ready. Or maybe they're saying stop and tie your shoelaces because you're about to freaking run, move really fast, level up quickly. I'm not sure. Take that one how it resonates, but there's something about shoelaces. Okay. Anything else for group number 2, Spirit, that you want to bring through? They're bringing me back to the old man and the inheritance. And they're showing me a tree and an acorn. No, pine cone. Is it a pine cone or an acorn? It's blurry. I can't tell. One or the other. Maybe even both. But there's something about what comes off the tree. Seeds that are planted, they're saying again. People may be projecting onto you that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree or something like that, whether it's a good or a bad thing. But there's something about maybe even skills or gifts that you've had to develop over time that you got from one of your parents or both. This could be something that people are jealous of, gossiping about, I keep hearing projecting limitations. So the main message of your career reading here, group number 2, is to not get caught up or hung up on anyone else and how they're perceiving you. Just stay in your light, in your integrity. They're bringing me back to that message that we were getting in the beginning about the light at the end of the tunnel. You're going to come out of this period of constriction or darkness, and you're going to see clearly your path, your role, your talents, your skills, your gifts, the timeline or the projection or trajectory that Spirit has been guiding you on, that you've been led to. Something about childhood is definitely significant here. And how the other people who are not meant to come with you will fall away. Whether it's that they just no longer have an impact on you or you move away from them physically, it could be both. Either way, what they're showing me is that the negative influences fall away. And that path in front of you becomes so bright that it's all you can see. And you just keep going. And that light feeds growth. And they're showing me like seeds inside of you starting to bloom that you didn't even know were there. Starting to grow that you didn't even know were there. It's like you had soul gifts or some level of inheritance from within you that's being unlocked as you continue. And then I'm seeing social score. What? What is social score? I don't know what that's referring to. Social score. Okay, I'm not getting anything else on it. They're just saying social score, and they're showing me like a scorecard. Maybe someone's keeping score again, like I don't know. But you are leveling up. Your score is increasing. Highly regarded, I'm hearing. Your reputation precedes you. For better or for worse, embrace it, they're saying. Own it. Owning a home could be part of this as well. This could be part of the level up and why people are like, oh, how did you do that? You could be inheriting a home. Gifted a home. Home is where the heart is. You could be moving or traveling on the verge of outgrowing a particular neighborhood and then following your heart into new territory. Take this as this resonates, because there's a lot of different messages that I'm getting here for you, group number 2. But yeah, you'll have to see how this all fits for you. I'm interested to see how this has been playing out. I'm also hearing the grass isn't always greener. Okay, they just showed me the grass sitting behind the cat here. Can you guys see that? Hold on. See the grass there? They said the grass isn't always greener, and they're pointing me to the all that glitters card. So don't get caught in the loop of like shiny object syndrome of like what other people have, or even like your own. Maybe you're jealous of something that someone else has too. They're like, you don't know what's all going on behind the scenes with certain people. So just keep your eye on the prize. They're saying that again, right? That's right. Yeah, they did say that. Keep your eye on the prize. Keep your heart pure. Your aligned intentions will set you forth on this path that you're already on it, but it's like it's speeding up or it's expanding in some way. And you're going to see, I'm hearing fruits of your labors. They're showing me transformation. And, oh yeah, like watering your own grass so that it becomes green. Again, somebody's like that jealous neighbor looking over, like trying to keep up with the Joneses or something, whether it's you or someone else, and they're like looking at your grass and going, oh, it's so green. Like, how'd they get it so green? Like, ugh. It's like, well, because I sat here and freaking watered it, yeah. But you're about to level up, and they just want you to know that you deserve it, you've earned it, and you're in the right place at the right time for something here. So own it. Own it. Okay, own your spiritual integrity, they just said, yeah. Right. So group number 2, I almost said 3. Group number 2, this was the message. A little all over the place, but hopefully this was helpful in some way or it made sense to you. If it doesn't make sense right now, kind of maybe see how it pans out over time. Since you did have the clock as your symbol, it's maybe unfolding over time, and Spirit wanted to bring you here to give you context for it so that you have the information you need when the time presents itself or when the situation arises, and you're better educated on what you can do, which is really just to stay in your own lane. You're on the fast lane, obviously. You're leveling up. Water your own grass. Keep your eye on your own prize. Your integrity is what matters most here. Yes, you can have compassion, but don't overextend yourself or limit yourself to make someone else comfortable. and allow yourself to move outside your own comfort zone, because that is the level up. All right, I will leave it there. Group number 2, much love and blessings to you in your career path for your greatest and highest good and the greatest and highest good of all. Let your success and your level up be an example for others. Even if that example sparks jealousy initially, it will plant a seed of expansion for them in their consciousness. Ooh. Okay, that was the final closing channeled message from Spirit that really wanted to come through, because I was about to wrap up the reading and then that just all poof right out my throat chakra. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for these divinely guided messages. Thank you to those of you who were drawn to this reading or to any of my readings. I appreciate your support here on the channel. If you're looking for a personal reading, I still have those on offer for a limited time. The link to order is in the description box below. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right. Hi, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose or were drawn to the image of the money bags. Okay. And the first thing when I was just kind of laying out your cards here on the table, I heard money, 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 money. So yeah, I feel like obviously we're talking about money here today for you and how this is going to impact. I'm hearing something about regard, like maybe how you regard yourself or how other people regard you. Money has influence. Money has power. Money can change your sense of self, I'm hearing, and they're showing me somebody dressed in a suit. Okay, they're showing me like a beggar and then a man dressed in a suit, like a business suit, really nice, clean cut. I'm hearing the word bespoke. Yeah, like custom made. This money may have you feeling like a new person, like $1 million. Okay, there's something about like rags to riches, or something about your identity is what they're showing me. Like your identity, the way you see yourself is changing, possibly because your financial situation is changing. And this may have been a process. They're saying over time. There may have been something that has shifted over time. Growth period, growth cycle, I'm hearing. But they did also just show me somebody jumping over like a barrier in time. So over time, you maybe you've worked overtime to get this, or you might have had to put in or need to put in overtime to get this, to overcome this hurdle, this barrier of being financially restricted to being financially free, of seeing yourself in this poverty consciousness or poverty mindset, and then seeing yourself as unlimited and abundant. There's something about like you had to overcome some kind of a hurdle, or you're in the process of doing so. And I'm hearing jump the mark. What does that mean? Jump the mark? Jump the mark. Is that something I can look up? Sometimes Spirit will give me these things because, hold on one sec. I punched in the wrong password. That could be like you might have had to keep trying at something and doing something. Jump the mark. What is jump the mark? What does to jump the line? To skip up to the head of the queue without waiting for one's turn. Jumping the mark. Allow a user to click on a link that goes directly to a specific area of content on a web page. That's jumping the mark, literally. Jumping the line. Jump the track. Suddenly switch from one thought or activity to another. Okay, so there's a bunch of different things that are coming up here. I think that you may feel like you've jumped ahead in some way here significantly. You're switching from one state of being to another, or one financial situation to another pretty quickly here. And you may feel like you've jumped the line, or other people may feel like you've jumped the line, but you haven't, because whatever's happened here or is happening here is meant to happen. You like hit on something, maybe something about like, you click something and it takes you right to where you want to go. It's like a fast track. That's kind of what I'm feeling here, but let's get into your cards and see what's going to come up. Ooh, 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. Okay, they're telling me something about Metatronic code dispersal and deactivation. So Metatronic reversals were at play. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't worry about it. But there was something about these like reversals that were keeping you in poverty consciousness that are they were disseminated or distilled in some way, or you managed to transmute it, to decode it. You clicked on the right link. They're saying something about a link. this is all, I think, spiritual, it's metaphor, but I mean, who knows? It could be literal. That leads you to a different state of mind, but it's like a different timeline. And then it causes you to jump into a completely different reality. So it's like that experience of rags to riches. It is a timeline jump. Oh, jump the track. Yeah, timeline jump. Second, whoa, you got 2 chakras. What are the odds of that? Second chakra, Archangel Ariel. So the third eye and the sacral chakra are very significant here. Could have done some healing in those areas that caused, I just saw 444, it caused you to jump the track in this way, going from one state to another pretty drastically. Second chakra does have to do with money. Sixth chakra is to do with the way that you see the truth. So again, it's like you changed your mindset, you changed your frequency, you decoded some stuff that was keeping you small or limited or stuck financially, and then you level up big time. It's like they said mastered your mindset. Oh, you mastered your money mindset here. Money mindset could be significant. I don't know why that's giving me shivers. Money mindset, like that phrase, maybe that's related to something somebody else is doing or teaching or something you come across, a link you click on. There's something about money mindset. They keep saying it. Page of Wands. Feels like you're like new to this, or is this something to do with manifestation? You're seeing your manifestations come faster than they ever have, but it's like this feels quite new. I'm hearing awe-inspiring. You may be a little bit struck by how... Oh, I'm hearing adept. Okay, this is beginner energy, Page of Wands, but adept is kind of like middle. And then master. Okay, so mastery. So something about like the trajectory or like the path between like being a beginner, not being good at something, and then getting kind of good at something and then mastering it. So maybe that's the track you're on here. And maybe you skip the middle ground and you go straight from beginner to master. How would you do that? They said mastering the mindset. You can you don't skip steps. You just you integrate something faster by removing the density, they're saying. It could have been something in the third eye that was blocking the way you were thinking. Maybe you saw yourself as a beginner, but really you're further along than you think. Ooh, I just heard Occam's razor. Wait. We're looking up a lot of stuff in your reading, I'm noticing. So something about like research or something on the web, clicking on something, learning something, maybe that takes you to the next level, helps you remove the block, I heard. Okay, so Occam's razor is a principle often attributed to 14th century friar William Occam that says that if you have 2 competing ideas to explain the same phenomenon, you should prefer the simpler one. Oh, right. Okay. It's reminding me, I think they talk about this in the movie Contact, Jodie Foster, but okay, there's something about, is that Jodie Foster? Whatever, it doesn't matter. There's something about 2 things and the simpler one being the explanation to go with. Maybe somebody was teaching you how to do something and it was too complicated. You know what this is also reminding me of? How when you master something, it becomes really simple. In the beginning stages of learning something, even something simple can feel complicated because you're learning it for the first time. So it feels like you find a way to grasp something that kind of allows you to transcend the complexity of it, or to transcend the barriers or limitations of the mindset that made it feel complicated. They're saying something about succinct. Yeah, it's like you grasp it in a way that is very direct, straightforward. And this allows you to expand exponentially or to level up in some way that you were not experiencing before. You couldn't embody it, is what I'm hearing, right? So it's like you grasp the concept or you understand it in a simplified way. You integrate the complexity, they're saying. You integrate the complexity, and then it allows you to embody this new frequency that completely shifts your mindset and allows you to master the physical reality manifestation of your financial gain. Oh, okay. 10 of Wands. Okay, I just heard it took a long time to master. Okay, so it's like maybe you did have to go through the entire process. Maybe you did have to really make some sacrifices here to learn how to do this, to master it. You had to carry this heavy burden. They're showing me the salamander here. It's like you kind of had to walk through the fires of transformation, but you're coming out unscathed, and you're something about the path being exposed. The path forward is revealed. They're showing me the striped leggings, and it's reminding me of like the witch in The Wizard of Oz, the witch gets crushed under the house. The ruby slippers. You had the power all along. There's no place like home. Yeah, it's like something complicated. You went on this like big long journey to find it, and you realize, oh, it was in me all along. And I just had to click my heels together, and then boom, I'm transported back to this other reality. So yeah, it's like there was something blocking you from the inside, but you had to kind of go on this journey to find it yourself. And it was heavy and it was hard and it tested you. But ultimately, it allows you to uncover the simplicity in the complexity to be able to master this mindset and shift yourself into this other timeline, to do a timeline jump. It feels like a quantum leap. And that's why you may go from one, they're showing me like one tax bracket to a much, much higher one, pretty drastically. If this has already happened, they're explaining why. And for those of you who this hasn't happened yet, they've brought people who this has happened to into this group. So if you're one of those people that this has happened and you've noticed this, can you put that in the comments if you feel comfortable? You don't have to share how much you jumped or whatever, but like there's something about, there's a few people in this group who are like anchors for that blueprint or subconsciously. So they're saying something about subliminals, uncoding some subliminals that were false coding that kept you in this limitation mindset, and being even indirectly connected in this like intangible group that we have going here helps you to free yourself from the limitations. Ooh, that's cool. I mean, like wow. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I kind of like understand that concept, or I thought about that before, but this is the first time they've ever showed it to me like this. Because you're all watching this at different times, and I'm recording this in your past, and yet we're all gathered here together in no time. You know what I mean? Like outside of time and space, we're all gathered energetically in this group, participating in the reading together. And there's a few of you that are anchors for others to jump into that timeline of abundance, that frequency. They're saying, they say something about frequency of abundance. And in doing so, in helping these other people to anchor to that new frequency, you're also leveling up as well. Vice versa. They're saying it goes both ways. Round and round. Ooh, okay. I heard gather together, come one, come all. And they're like showing me this guy standing on a soapbox, like waving a wand and being like, come one, come all, see the show. So it's like, he looks like a magician. Ooh, yes, you're manifesting something big here, and you're calling groups of people together. You could be a way shower here, group number 3, in showing people how to get out of some kind of a karmic loop or to expand really quickly. Yeah, they're saying exponential growth. They're showing me a seed growing into a tree really fast. That's a metaphor that's a symbol they've been bringing up a lot lately, both in the readings and also behind the scenes. They keep showing me seeds and like planted seeds growing fast. Seeds of thought, seeds of intention, maybe even investments financially growing. Whoa, never ending story and round and round. Okay, so this was like a karmic thing for you, group number 3. And you may have even been born into poverty. Like you could have lived in poverty in previous lifetimes and then been born into a family that was impoverished in this lifetime. And you're breaking the pattern, flipping the script, not carrying that load anymore. Something about freeing your ancestors, I just heard as well. Right, because when you do this kind of generational curse breaking, you're freeing yourself, and then also 7 generations and 7 generations forward and backwards. Something about 777 codes or seals could be significant here as well. You're unlocking, decoding, freeing yourself from the seals that were preventing you from, 7 seals, the chakra system, the 7 seals. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, you're getting out of a karmic imprint, karmic blueprint, And that's why you needed this anchor point to be able to jump into this new frequency, to embody it. It's not like you're latching on or riding anybody's coattails. It's like you've done the work to uncover. You've done the mastery. They keep saying that, but like you've done the work to decode this, and it shifted your frequency enough to be able to align to that much higher frequency. So it's like you did a lot of the legwork. Oh yeah, the legs, right. You did a lot of the legwork. And they were showing me the ruby slippers, red, the soles of the feet, the soul blueprint, red is root chakra. It's also ancestors. Oh my God, what was seated, what came before was what remained. What shall remain, they said. Something about what shall remain. Looking in the mirror, choosing love, I just heard. Okay. Change in the wind. Yeah, it's like you're being whisked off to this new timeline, this new frequency. I'm hearing off and running, and I also just heard something about tech support. That's very specific. North and south. Something about polarity. Yeah, they're showing me the wind shifting and blowing the clouds in a different direction. A change in the wind. Hold on, there's something I'm missing here. They're just telling me to stop for a second. What is it? The mirror. They're bringing me back to the mirror. As above, so below. Something about fractals. Fractals in time. Okay. They're saying money path opening up. Yeah, they're just saying the same thing. It's shifting your frequency is allowing this to happen. So we're not even really talking about like what you actually do for your career. This is more like your level of embodiment of some of these spiritual principles or manifestation, owning your own inner magic, something like that. Seeing beyond the black and white. I just heard, oh yeah, zebras, black and white. They were showing me zebras last week, like multiple times, and circuses. Oh yeah, come one, come all. He kind of looked like a circus type magician-y guy. Not my circus, not my monkeys, like transcending the circus that came before you, like you're on this merry-go-round. This is all symbolic coding, they just told me. Okay. Unlocking the codes. Freedom tactics, freedom principles. Okay. No, not yet. Not yet to reveal this card. Okay, hold on. Divine order, they're saying. There's a divine order sequence of events. Allows you to end the story. Conclusions. Multiple factors at play, they're saying. As within, so without, as above, so below. Something about this mirroring effect again, the fractals, what's represented at these larger scale fractal levels is the same as what's in the smaller ones. So maybe you're integrating those principles in some way and extrapolating how to expand or how to free yourself from this trap of the mind around finances, limitation of self-perception, I heard. Now they said flip it. Okay. Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. Maybe even the frequency of hope. Yeah, I heard fundamental. The frequency of hope. Okay. Let's get some on-camera cards. I saw that one. Hidden gem, pearl. The pearls to me always represent wisdom and value, the value in that wisdom. It's exponential too. It's something that like, an irritation or a parasite that gets through the shell into the oyster or the clam. You had to like coat this layers and layers and layers, lifetimes upon lifetimes, I'm hearing. Yeah, the round and round. This was like a karmic imprint that got into your soul blueprint and distorted it. And you had to like unpack it. You had to understand it. And then with that wisdom, you're able to simplify it, because wisdom looks at a complex thing and sees it in a simple way because it understands it. When you understand something, it becomes simple. And they're saying it's a gem of wisdom. It unlocks this financial value for you. Opportunities, home and gate. gateway in the mind, a gateway to a new life, something, yeah, it's blowing you through that door, the gateway into this other timeline. Okay. We'll get some channeled messages. I saw 1911. Yeah, the removal of the distortions is really significant here. If you know, you know. Yeah, the 911 codes were haunting you, they're saying, and that you're getting out of that. Okay. The love you seek is within you. If you've been looking all around for your true love, I'm sorry to say, but you're missing the point of love. True love comes from within. The more you cultivate this love in you, the more you see it outside of you. So they did say the word love here with Never Ending Story. It could be part of it, but since we're talking specifically about money here and finances, let's just, transfer the word love into, or change the word love into money. The money you seek, or the abundance you seek, is within you. If you've been looking all around you for your true abundance, I'm sorry to say, but you're missing the point. It's like this complicated thing that you were going around in circles with. I'm sorry to say, you're missing the point of abundance. True abundance comes from within. The more you cultivate this abundance in you, the more you see it outside of you. Yeah, as within, so without. That's what they were showing me. The fractals, the expansion. Oh, yes. The season is changing. Are you prepared for its inevitable end? The end is nigh, but don't panic. This kind of thing happens all the time. Timing, divine timing and order. Yes. The wind is changing. Your leaf is being blown through the gate into this new reality. And it does feel like that. So they want you to prepare yourself here, group number 3, because you're about to shift in some significant way. And it may feel a little jarring. I'm getting this feeling of like, it's a little bumpy as you transition, or you're a little bit shocked or not quite sure how to handle it. But they want you to know that the ending of this karma is nigh, meaning like it is happening now. Actually, let's look up nigh, because we've been on a looking up stuff kick in your reading. So nigh meaning, oops, I didn't spell it right. Almost, okay, at or to a short distance away. So travel could be part of this as well. Located a short distance away. But when I'm looking at that in terms of frequency and timelines and this quantum leap that you're making, again, it's like it's a very short distance away. You shifted your frequency enough is what Spirit just said. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what they were showing me. It's like you've shifted your frequency enough to where there was like a tipping point, and now you're just about to jump onto that. Or it's like they're showing me magnets, and it's like the frequency, you had to get it up to this certain point for it to be a match enough to like drag you over to that timeline, kind of. It's not a perfect explanation of it, but that's what they're showing me to kind of explain what does nigh mean in slang. Nigh is an old-fashioned word that can be used as an adjective or adverb to mean near or nearly. Yes, so you're nearly there. And it feels to me, no, they said don't say that. They said look up a change in the wind. Oh, okay. Time for a nap could be significant. I just opened it. What's this? What's the number of this one? 12. Okay. Whoa, I wish I had that on camera. I just like right to it. Okay, anyway. Yeah, it's so close. Okay, so essential meaning, a sense that unseen change has been initiated, preparation for a storm, awareness that your plans are not on firm ground, feeling a shift, uncertainty about which direction the winds will blow. This may be how you're feeling because you've kind of been challenged. It's been difficult, or this change may feel like something difficult initially, but ultimately it's like completely redirecting you. The Oracle's message: it's human nature to yearn for certainty and resist change, to want the world to remain consistent like a zebra's stripes. Yet nothing in human experience is black and white, nor will anything remain static. The one thing guaranteed is change. My mom always used to say that. Now is a time of transformation as outer conditions are temporarily moving out of sync with your desires and expectations. Stay the course and remember that even storms serve to clear the air, scatter seeds, and nourish the soil for better things ahead. Life is about to get interesting. Anticipate it with curiosity as you wonder what is coming in on the shifting winds. The unknown is where the magic lies. Yeah, there's something about Magic. Let's read the prosperity message. As you endeavor to create a prosperous life, you may encounter unexpected reversals. I used the word, I knew it. Metatronic reversals. I knew it. Okay. That cause you to shift directions. This is a good thing, so there is nothing to fear. Perhaps an opportunity you sought went to someone else. Perhaps you've pursued something that you suddenly realize is not in your highest good. You might not be 100% clear on where you need to go, but you are certain that things are not going as planned. Circumstances are not in your control right now. Wait it out. All will be well. Even better, actually. Trust. Okay, that's kind of what they were saying. Like, don't lose hope. You may be redirected right now, and you may feel like this energy is continuing, or like you're not moving into this higher frequency, or that you're not in this timeline where you can shift from rags to riches, or from one limiting mindset to a more free, abundant one. But they're saying, yes, you are. They did have me wait to turn over this card, and that really stands out to me, group number 3. So it feels like you're having kind of like there's a divine order at play here, and you're having to kind of like wait a second. Like, you've done the work, you've shifted frequency. They're saying something about an anchor point again. They're showing me the gateway. You may be like waiting at the gate, and you're like, what's the holdup? Let me through. I need to be in that VIP section. I earned it. I bought the ticket energetically, right? And it's like, you're like, why isn't this happening? There's a reason for it. And they're showing me something about the seasons changing. Yeah, change in the wind, the leaves changing, something about the season changes, fall time. We're in fall time right now as I'm filming this, although it's a timeless reading. You may feel like you've done so much work towards this and it just keeps repeating, and they're saying, don't lose hope. There's a pattern to this that you're still decoding. They're saying simplifying again. They're showing me Occam's razor. So there's something about like razors shave away things as well. You could be like shaving something, getting closer and closer to the root of it. And they don't want you to give up. They don't want you to lose hope. They don't want you to see the limitations as the be all end all. They want you to see beyond the zebra stripes and see the magic in what you're doing here and the purpose in it, because there is a purpose in it, and you're so close. Group number 3, please don't give up. I don't know why I just got really like insistent. I just felt this energy rush through me of like, please, please don't give up. Please, you're so close. Don't let that happen. Don't let the fear win. That's the pattern. That's the limiting mindset. That's the old frequency. Don't let that win. Don't let those reversals convince you that it's the truth. It's not the truth. It's a reversal. Own your magic. Stand on your own stability, even when the things change around you. And let yourself be guided and led, because the path forward is opening up for you. For you, group number 3. No one else, for you. It's guiding you home. You may be bringing other people with you, but it's indirect. And possibly because you're embodying that frequency, or you will be in that frequency, helping to guide others home. The home frequency is abundant. It's infinite. It's not fettered by limitations of the mind or the 3D construct or the duality of black and white. The home frequency is the source of all things, and therefore anything is possible. So don't lose that sight. Keep that hope alive within you. They said distill it and instill it. Distill, instill, something about those words is significant. They're showing me the 7 chakras again, the seals unlocking and the frequency rising. They're showing me the expansion of the light body and the anchoring to the new timeline. Okay, so it feels like it's inevitable, or it's nigh, all right? The end of this old pattern of limitation is nigh. Don't fear it. Let that apocalypsis of energy carry you into the future timeline, which is aligned with the awakening. It feels like Age of Aquarius. I don't know how this is related or why it's coming up in a career reading, but there you have it. And they said, so be it. So something about your will, so it shall be. So be it. Manifestation is important here. And they're bringing me all the way back to the beginning with money mindset, money mastery. Okay. Group number 3, I think I'll leave it there. There's something about a course or a course of action. Yeah, what you seek is all around you, all around, round, something round, bag of money, the coins are round. Cycles, circles, home frequency is round because it's all one. Oneness, the void point, void principle. 0 point, neutrality. Oh, yeah, the void point is neutral. Getting into that point of neutrality allows you to access the unlimited. They're showing me the 0 and coins, something about 0 and coins. Yeah, that's the frequency shift. All right, is there anything else? Because I tried to stop and they kind of just brought through so much. Another wave. Okay, the storm. They want me to talk about that before you go, so hold on one sec. Something about the storm that they mentioned there in a change with the wind, or change in the wind. Gone with the wind, I was just shown. And what they showed me was like this wave of water that comes over and you kind of get like tumbled a little bit. But then you get redirected and you like wash up on this beach that has like this super abundant island with like all these fruits, and it's beautiful and it's like a nice, lovely vacation. I don't know why it's giving me like, what is it? Gulliver's Island, Gilligan's Island vibes. It feels like a paradise though. Like that's the way I'm seeing it. And it's aligned with the home frequency, but it's kind of like you have to get swept off your feet a little bit to get there. And it does feel a little bit jarring or disorienting initially. And you may feel like, why is this happening to me? I've made all these changes. I've put in all this work. I've worked to end this cycle, to understand it. I'm hearing to understand it. But this is actually for your benefit. And they're showing me the scene in Moana when she answers the call to restore the heart of Te Fiti, and the ocean is there to protect and guide her and to help her do this. But when her boat capsizes and a storm comes, she's like, why have you abandoned me? Like, ocean, help me. Like, why are you not helping me? This isn't helping me. But ultimately, the storm blows her to where she needs to be, because she thought she was on track, but she actually was just a little bit off. And so she had to be redirected in that way. And then she finds Maui and blah, blah, blah. Gets him back to, the mission there. Something about shape-shifting could be significant as well. Hook and eye, I just heard. And then something about like following the stars or the alignment of the stars to get to where you're meant to go. And it's part of your soul mission. So it's much bigger than just money and career and like, going from rags to riches. This is like a big, big, big karmic cycle. It goes back generations in your physical ancestry and in your past timelines as well. Like it's in your soul blueprint. So it's both. And that's why it's been so complex, right? Simplifying. It's been so complex is because it's been both, not one or the other, both. And you kind of needed to see both, the black and the white, to be able to merge it together and surrender and trust this process that you've been guided toward here, and that you're getting support from the other side on it. Okay, I think that's it. They said light at the end of the tunnel, and that came up in one of the other groups. I can't remember which one now because they all blur together, but they did say light at the end of the tunnel. Keep going. Don't lose hope. All right, I've tried to end this reading a few times and Spirit keeps bringing through more. Is that everything, Spirit? Yes, and they said gold, and not all that glitters is gold. That was in one of the other readings too. Okay, so I'm gonna, I'll drop it there so whoever's needing this message can pick it up, carry it with you, and hopefully it will help in decoding some of these things that you're working on and unlock some of the keys that you need to be able to open those doorways to your abundance in your divine right. I'm hearing something about divine right. Soul inheritance. Okay, much love, guys. Many blessings. Thanks for being here on the channel. I'm sending you all the love in the world to support you on this path in this divine soul mission for your greatest and highest good, and the greatest and highest good of all. So be it. So shall it be. All right. And if you're looking to get a more personal reading from me, I do have those on offer for a limited time. I still don't know how long I'm going to be keeping that open for, but the link to order a reading is in the description box below. It's through my website. It's tarotandbeyond.com. in the tarot shop there. Okay, guys, I love you, and we'll see you in the next reading.